Yes, using the RIP funds, the government, through Competition Authority of Kenya, has been able to successfully advocate for and lobby for the introduction of merger regime, a proper merger regime in the COMESA region. This is coming from the point that before, when the merger regime was introduced in COMESA, it was mainly pegged on zero thresholds. This meant that every transaction that is happening with a COMESA dimension had to be notified to the COMESA Competition Commission. However, with the introduction of the regime, is that new brackets were created where certain transactions were not notified, and also proper thresholds on what need to be met in the region was identified for transaction to be notified to COMESA.
With the support of RIP funds, is that the Competition Authority of Kenya was able to inform development and modernization of COMESA Competition Commission rules and regulations which govern mergers. As you may know, the highest percentage of mergers which are forwarded COMESA Competition Commission originate from our country. And before the RIP funds avail to the Competition Authority of Kenya, is that there was no transparency in this regime in COMESA. With the support of the funds, the authority was able to inform the COMESA rules and regulations which were developed. They created thresholds. It's unfortunate that before this is that each and every company which wanted to consummate a merger at COMESA region, even with zero turnover, they were required to go and apply. And they were supposed to pay 0.5% or to a maximum of $500,000 US dollars. But with the support of the RIP, the Competition Authority of Kenya was able to inform the formation of modern rules. We have seen the merger filing fees reduced to a maximum of $200,000 from $500,000, which is supportive of business investment climate within COMESA, and as I had indicated, supportive of our industries, or rather companies being able to penetrate the COMESA region.
The main problem with the zero threshold regime was that it meant every transaction that is happening in the region had to be notified to COMESA Competition Commission. That created a lot of uncertainty and also increased the turnaround time. You can imagine every transaction that is happening being notified to one body that doesn't have all the resources that they may need to analyze those transactions. And also some of these transactions didn't raise any competition concerns. Hence, it meant that the businesses, before they could do their mergers, had to take a lot of time and also spend resources because the merger filing fees were too high, even for the small and medium enterprises that are mainly dominant in the region. For a bare minimum is that for a transaction to be notifiable to COMESA, at least one of the parties in the merger must be active in 2 member states, and also the parties must generate at least a turnover of $10 million in 2 member states. That being said, is that a merger can also have more than 2 parties, and therefore there's also a threshold such that the combined turnover or assets value must at least meet $50 million in the common market region.
The RIP funds have enabled the authority to deepen the investment climate among the business community, which has enabled the merger regime in the authority to receive applications which have a regional and international dimension. In terms of the cases also, we have received cases which have a COMESA dimension, and we've been able to cooperate with COMESA Competition Commission in terms of obtaining information and finalizing applications, hence deepening more the investment climate in the region.